Once upon a time, in a village deep in Igbo land, there lived twin sisters named Ada and Uloaku. Though they were born on the same day and looked alike, their personalities were very different. Ada was a very skilled dancer, known for her graceful movement and beauty. Uloaku was a talented cook, famous for her delicious meals and kindness. Despite their talents, the sisters constantly compared themselves with one another, silently competing for attention. But everything changed when they both fell in love with Prince Nnamdi, the handsome heir to the kingdom. Prince Nnamdi was admired throughout the land, and every maiden dreamed of becoming his queen. When it was time for him to choose his bride, the kingdom's tradition required that any woman who wished to marry the prince must excel in both dancing and cooking. Upon hearing this, Ada and Uloaku knew that only one of them could become the prince's bride, and their rivalry turned into open enmity. Ada believed her beauty and dancing would win the prince's heart, while Uloaku was confident that her cooking would capture his attention. Secretly, both sisters practiced their skills day and night, determined to outshine one another. The day of the test arrived, and the entire village gathered to watch. Ada stepped forward first to perform her dance. She moved with grace, every step mesmerizing the crowd and the prince. The villagers whispered in awe, certain that Ada would win. Next, it was Uloaku's turn to present her cooking. The aroma of her meal filled the air, and when the prince tasted it, he smiled with delight. The villagers were impressed by her skills, and many believed she would be the one to marry the prince. The prince was stunned. He admired Ada's beauty and grace, but he also loved Uloaku's warmth and cooking. However, the ancient tradition was clear. Only the woman who could master both dancing and cooking could become the queen. To settle the matter, the village elders proposed a final test. Both sisters must switch roles. Ada, the dancer, would cook, and Uloaku, the cook, would dance. Whoever performed the other skills best would win. The challenge was set, and both sisters accepted, but they soon realized that excelling in each other's talent was harder than they thought. Ada struggled in the kitchen. Her food lacked the flavor and heart that Uloaku's meal were known for. Meanwhile, Uloaku's dancing was stiff and awkward, lacking the fluidity of Ada's movement. In the end, both sisters failed the test. According to the tradition, failure meant that neither would marry the prince, and they had to leave the village. Heartbroken and filled with regrets, Ada and Uloaku were exiled. They wandered into the dense forest, lost and hopeless. Days passed, and the forest grew darker. One night, a terrible storm hit the sisters, and weakened by hunger and exhaustion, they finally confronted each other. Ada, I was wrong to compete with you, Uloaku said, her tears mixing with the rain. We should have supported each other. And I was wrong too, Uloaku replied Ada. Our envy destroyed us, and now we have lost everything. As they wept and embraced each other in the storm, a lightning struck and hit a tree, and the next morning, the villagers found the charred remains of the tree, but the sisters were gone. The village elders declared that the spirit had taken the twins, and their story became a cautionary tale for future generations, a reminder that the danger of envy, rivalry, and jealousy is death. This shows us the importance of unity.